Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 8. We would like to present our assignment. It is about phonological rules and phonemic analysis. Let's jump right in. The members are Naufal Siddiqui Nasrullah, Nurul Hidayah, and Irsa Sania Nur Fasla. Let's start from the first. We would like to discuss about 7 types of phonological rules in English. The first is assimilation. What is assimilation? Assimilation is phonological process in which a sound changes to resemble a nearby sound and can occur both forward and backward within a word or between words. For the example, the prefix in, where sometimes it appears as in and others as im in front of bilabial words like put or between. In is pronounced with an m input or in between Alright. And the second is dissimilation. Phonological process in which two close sounds, similar consonants or vowels, change to become less alike. Example: manner dissimilation in which a stop becomes a fricative when followed by another stop. The word sixth is pronounced sixth, where s becomes st. Alright, and the next is incessation. What is incessation? Incessation is phonological process in which a sound is added to a word. Example: voiceless stop, incessation where between a nasal consonant and a voiceless fricative. A voiceless stop with the same place of articulation as the nasal consonant is inserted. In English, many add a P to hamster and say hamster. Alright. And the next is deletion or elision. Phonological process in which speech sounds disappear from words. Example: vowel can be deleted to make one-syllable words that are easier to pronounce in a fast manner. Police becomes police, and friendship is said as friendship. Alright. And the fifth is metathesis. What is metathesis actually? It is phonological process in which sounds switch places in the phonemic structure of a word. Example: to make words easier to pronounce and understand, letters are switched. Two historical examples include Old English bird and ask becoming modern English bird and ask. Bird and asked becoming modern English bird and ask without s. Alright, and the next is strengthening or fortiation. Strengthening or fortiation. What is it actually? It is phonological process in which a sound is made stronger. For the example, aspiration is where voiceless stops become aspirated when they occur at the beginning of a stressed syllable. Top is said with an H. Top. Alright. And the next. This is the last. Weakening or lenition. Phonological process in which a sound becomes weaker. Example: flapping is a phonological process of weakening whereby the voiceless alveolar stop consonant phoneme t is pronounced as a voiced alveolar flap r, like in the word kitty. This usually happens before a stressed vowel and before unstressed vowel where the sound is pronounced with articulation resembling a flap. Alright, so let's move on to the next discussion. Before that, this is the source. You can find the material on this website, or in this book, How English Works by Anne Curzon and Michael Adams, 3rd edition, Pearson Education Inc. You can find it on ebook. Yeah, it is available. And the next discussion, it is about phonemic analysis. But before we discuss about phonemic analysis, I would like to try explaining about what is phoneme. Phoneme in English, phoneme in English is in linguistics, smallest unit of speech distinguishing one word or word element from another as the element p in tap, which separates the word from tap, tech, and tan. A phoneme may have more than one variant, called an allophone, which function as a single sound. For example, the ps, the p's of pat, spat, and tap differ slightly phonetically, but that difference determined by context has no significance in English. Alright, so the next is, phonemic analysis. An analysis must begin always with some data. To start from scratch, of course, a linguist would have to find a speaker or group of speakers of the language under investigation, start asking for words and word meanings, and gets transcribing. And then, after collecting a few thousand words and phrases, the linguist would begin to have a pretty good idea of the sound inventory, the sets of vowels and consonants that occur in the language. Then she could begin the next step of figuring out how the sounds go together into families, which sounds belong to different phonemes, which are allophones of the same phoneme, and what the rules are that determine which allophones appear where. And then, after the data has been amassed, the second step in a phonemic analysis is to identify a set of sounds that are suspected to belong to the same family. They might be chosen because they are very similar. That is, there is a family resemblance, or because they have turned out to be related to each other in a number of other languages. Alright, so thank you. But before I close this presentation, I would like to show you the example of phonemic analysis. This is the example of phonemic analysis. Well, sample phonemic analysis. Wait a moment. Okay, this is phonemic analysis example. This is Italian, from Italian. Focus on the fonts k and t. Do they contrast? What about their nasal counterparts? And n means that the following syllable is stressed. Okay, this is the example of phonemic analysis. I think it is tricky. It is tricky to understand, and we need, actually, definitely we need further explanation from our lecture. Alright, so that is our presentation. I really do apologize if there are many mistakes in our presentation. Alright, and thank you for watching our video, and good luck in our life. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.